Well, hello there, YouTube. We are back with some more Matchplay commentary for y'all. I am joined by the Brother Bear, the Highwayman, the mechanic himself, DJ.
I feel like this mechanic stuff's gassing me up too much. It makes me scared.
You know, you are a mechanic in my heart, if you know what I mean.
Oh, God bless.
But we got some matches from Sully's Abode for y'all. Sully's is the local card shop we go to every Thursday for Digimon. Start about 6:30 p.m. Located in Bolingbrook, Illinois. So if you're in the Chicagoland area, want to check us out, check the shop out, feel free to swing on by. I will also drop their store link down in the video description below, along with their socials. So if you're wondering on what decks our players are running or what they look like, do hit us up on the Discord. We'll be sure to point you in the right direction. But today's matchup features the mechanic himself, TJ, on the left, playing Abbadomon. We've got Mitchell making a return to camp with good old faithful and Purple Hybrid. Purple Hybrid, honestly, man, is just still really good. We've seen it top two regionals. Huh?
I'm gonna be honest, it's the same deck. I don't think it's any different. I think it's the same freaking deck. It still hurts. It's still super fast. You do your stuff a little. You're like a smidge less consistent.
Yeah. No, I mean, we've seen it top the last two regionals and do very, very well. And yeah, I mean, I think it's a deck that is just here to stay for a bit. So let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Let us know if you guys have a solution to Purple Hybrid and how to deal with it. Granted, I don't think it's a problem. You know, I think I'm exaggerating that, but anywho, that was a joke.
No, it's not a problem. It's still not. Just very good.
Yeah. But yeah, I will stop yapping and digging myself a hole. Let us just hop right into the round. And we start off with the good old Uko play. Nice.
Yep. Old Faithful choked to 1. I just
you had a good start too, yeah. I mean, that's a good start for your end.
The one hardest thing with this matchup, and you'll notice it as it kind of plays out, I never have time to play any resources. And Mitchell's very good at choking me to 1.
Mitchell has gotten it's so good with this deck. It's been like really cool to see him just like cook.
Yeah, he's very consistent with it. He's very, very good. It is like, dude, it's so hard. It's so Purple Hybrid's just so much constant aggression in your face.
Yeah. I mean, we see here no check, but you did redirect, so the Uko did die. We end up playing a Boko, picking up 2 pieces, which again, very, very strong. And then we end up playing a Koichi as well. You Aizmon.
I swing collision.
Just to get rid of the Boko.
Using the Aizmon to be able to just go ahead and just control the Boko is really good. I'm debating on how I want to do stuff because I know I'm going to kind of put myself to 0, but I don't want to give him too much memory. So I go ahead and Evo here, do another Eyes, or not Evo, but hard drop.
Yeah.
Draw 2. I have a couple of different plays available to me. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do. I end up scrambling and then going into a rare. I'm realizing now I probably should have gone over the other stack realistically to keep the collision live. Collision's just so valuable in this, being able to help deal with
especially since
like
your Icemon's
Psychmons,
at like 8K
Bokos, Ukos. Yeah. It just he's a bigger guy, so I don't need to worry about him as much.
All right, so we go into Velgar here, giving you the choice if you want to redirect or not. Which
I do redirect into myself because we are the same DP because I am 9K and he was also or no, he was 11. So yeah, I do just die and then I'm just playing what I want to play out here. Sorry.
Unfortunately, no rare to play back out, but
but I think this is pretty clever here. Yeah. So I go ahead and I drop a Soundbird. So this way, when he pops himself, he'll have to he'll only delete the Soundbird. Yeah, he won't get rid of the Aizmon.
Yeah.
So he opts to leave himself alive. We'll go ahead and swing with the Arrestor Superior mode and attempts to raid over the Soundbird. I tell him that it has to go over the Aizmon, but I do go ahead and just redirect into the Soundbird anyways.
Sure.
And he'll still pierce for a check.
Arrestor is also just such a good card. Like, it's been seen in Hunters, but we see it in Purple Hybrid. We see it in Hero. Honestly, I've seen more and more people actually now run it in Megidra. I wouldn't say it's a lot of people, don't get me wrong, but like I think people that I play with have been like, ooh, yes, Arrestor.
Yep, it's good for like, I mean, you can evo into it for 4 and then get your like attacks. It lets you utilize your X antibody inheritables a lot better.
Yeah.
Just solid. It's a good card.
Raid with big numbers is always going to be good.
Yeah, inherent raid piercing is just it's hard to deal with.
Go into another scatter here. You scramble into yet another rare, which will de-digi that Arrestor, making it back into a Velgar. is not bad. And
Yeah.
I mean, you have a couple options. You could hard evo into an Abado, which is not the best move, but will be like a way of removal.
I think it's what I'm actually considering right now because I think it's actually my best play that I have at the moment because I need it. I want to try and answer this body.
Right.
Yeah. So I do go ahead and go into Abado. My thought process was like, you know what? I'm a 12k guy, which isn't terrible.
12k guy that'll always get bigger. It'll pop,
Yep.
and it's always like it's constant removal, and it's against the hybrid deck pretty likely that it's gonna just live every time it swings. So unless they deal with it, it's just a big beater.
Right. Unfortunately, did not meet the requirements to get an Abado like set up.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and swing. I just redirect. I need to use my redirects as much as I can. Like I have to. I feel like if I don't, it's just too much aggression coming out. The hard thing is I just haven't really been able to swing because I need to keep my bodies on board, and I'm just worried about giving him too much resources or hitting something big and dying.
Right.
So that's been something that's been really hard. And something that I'm just noticing is kind of a consistent problem for Abado is that it's just not very, which is fine. But yeah, it definitely would be nice to be able to get a little bit of extra aggression in there at times.
Right, for sure. All right, so you swing, or Mitchell swings, sorry. Does his thing, pitches a card.
Yeah, I'm able to do my redirects still.
Okay, where do we go from here on Mitchell's end? I mean, he's looking at a lot of Digimon. He could play out another BT7 Koichi, which is, I feel like, not a bad play. He's also considering the promo Gallant, which is also not a bad play at all.
It's very good. I'm only 13k, so it does just completely answer my Abado stack. So he does play that. We'll go ahead and delete my Abbadomon. Does have Rush, who's able to go ahead and get a chip in. My redirects are all gone. Does an Analog Youth, which is something nice for me. I got the rare here because I'm like, you know what? This is probably the most valuable card I can realistically nab here. And then Mitchell just plays a Glaive Boost.
You know, for the longest time when BT7 came out, I was calling that card Glaive, and no one corrected me.
That sounds about par for the course for you.
So I'd be playing with like Shane and stuff. I'd be like, I'm gonna go Glaive Memory Boost, and he would look at me, but not say anything. I was like, brother, just correct me. Just correct me.
He would just let it go.
There's so many times too where I'm saying something and I mispronounce it. My wife would just look at me. She'd be like, "Did you really just say that?" I'd be like, "What's wrong? I can English. I English very well."
So
ooh. Nice. You go.
I just go ahead. Yeah, I just go right into him because I'm like, you know what? I just need to try and get something going on the board here. I end up swinging, just trying to get some chip. My fear, my worry. Luckily, does not have any means of stealing turn from me, so I'm able to sit in an okay spot.
You lapless maybe.
I'm trying to figure out how I want to answer. That's what I'm debating for the choke to force him to use the glaive because I don't really have an answer to this Gallant right now, unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah, so I just go ahead and Laplace to force the Gallant to have to swing start of main. I force the redirect into my rare, which then will let me play a guy out. So I play out an Abado.
Abado.
And then Abado will let me go ahead and play a core from hand or trash to the breeding area that is empty, which I do have a core in my trash.
Yeah.
Just gotta, I think it's at the very bottom.
Oh, no, it's in your hand.
Cards. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. I thought I had one in trash. And then I'm able to go ahead and gain a memory because it was a level 5 with a source. And Mitchell thinks it's my turn. I'm like, no, it was your turn. Start a main. You swung.
Yeah. And then Abado on play, do you need to like tuck stuff in underneath or no?
No, I don't have to. I could have assembled here. Well, sorry, no, I couldn't assemble because I have the one under the Icemon. I considered assembling, but I have the one.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Megamon still
but
under
then
the Icemon.
end of your turn, you can tuck something underneath.
Yes, end of my turn.
Okay.
Or no, end of all turns. End of all
turns. That's what I do. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been playing that.
Yeah.
Oops.
I think we talked about this before, and you literally said the exact same thing.
Again, par for the course.
I'll double check. I'm pretty sure though.
We go
end of all
into
turns.
We go Dusk once again. Do the classic play. Evo into a Velgar. Go ahead and mill. So this is gonna be big 11k guys swinging in. You're debating.
Yeah. So this is the tough spot. So I'm trying to decide what I want to do here because realistically the problem is that if I let it through, I lose both bodies on board.
Correct.
Which isn't the worst thing, but I just couldn't decide what I wanted to do. But I think I played this wrong. I think I played this too defensively. So I do opt to go ahead and push this up. In my opinion, I should have just waited and let the stacks go bye-bye. Because he didn't like really have like game on board right then and there. There's no reason for me to push up right now. I could have waited till he was like either more memory choked or stuck in a worse spot.
Sure.
Or just waited for my turn to swing around so I could actually get more value out of my guy.
Uh-oh. Rush Gallant coming. So then we can pop a
He tries to play it. It doesn't work though. Because he does have the Gallamon on board. Yeah, so but he does have calling. Yeah, which is just unfortunate for me. So he grabs back to Duskmon, is able to play it. Has to pop the lower body guy first.
And then we pop the big body after.
Yeah, swing and pops. And this is why I'm like, you know what? This was really bad. This was rough.
Not like
but it was also like props to Mitchell. I mean, he played it super well. Like he just put me in a really tough choke point. And I could not do much. I do go ahead, Abode to go ahead and just tuck another Abode to pop a level 6. Draw for turn. We'll hatch. And so now I'm kind of starting over. Decks are both getting pretty low on both of our fronts. I do just drop a Soundbird for 1. Try and get some search going on. Only 1 target. Everything else goes bottom of deck. But it is a regular Abbadmon, which is not bad.
A hard Evo into a core for 5. Okay.
Yep.
It's still not bad.
No, because my thought was like, okay, you know what? The Gallant's in trash. So is the promo Gallant. So like, I don't know how many Mitchell runs, but if those are both of his like one-ofs that he runs, then like Abado should be pretty safe here because I have blocker and everything else. Right. My one concern was that if he did see something like Arrestor or something like that, to be able to get the DP boost off of going Velgar and then being able to get the DP boost off going into Arrestor. Right. So I did put 2 redirects in here to make sure I had plenty of blocks rather than making myself any bigger.
Sure.
Not that it would matter because retail is a thing, but yeah.
That's fair. So Mitchell debating what he wants to do. We'll pop the boost to go up to 5. Then we'll Evo on top of BT7 Koichi into Duskmon. Duskmon will go ahead and change the color of the Soundbird. And looks like we are going to think about the just hard Evo into Velgar here. Yep. We'll go ahead and mill 3 each.
No top 2. Or yeah, 3 because of the analog being on board now.
Looking at 4 cards in deck. And he is a big guy. And I think he is debating that Arrestor play that you talked about. Yeah. So we'll go Arrestor. Arrestor big guy. We'll go ahead and just swing. You redirect, pierce, and that's it.
Yeah. So then my turn comes back around. At this point, I'm trying to decide what to do because the problem is that I have collision.
Yeah.
So if I swing here, I'm gonna pop the psych and have to collide into the retail fella, and I did not have a mean, and I can't like play anything for cheap because the Psychmon's there.
Right.
So yeah, it's a tough
Mitchell
spot for me to navigate.
He put you in a really tough spot.
Yeah. So at this point, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do or how I can do anything without losing the stack. But realistically, there's just like no real way. You can see me hitting the thinker pose here. That's how you know that that big brain is
churning.
Best.
Churning.
It's doing something. It is doing something.
Yeah, Psychmon's still a good card. Still a really good card.
Yep. It is a hard card to deal with for this deck, and that's one thing I'm definitely sort of like figuring out. And so I have a couple of ideas for ways to deal with it better, but I think realistically the archetype just doesn't have any great means. You have means for sure, but nothing like fantastic. It's like, yeah, this is the best way.
Swing, collision. Now remind me, piercing or no piercing?
I do have piercing, but the problem is that I'm colliding into the... I pop into psych off the swing, and then I'm colliding into the
retail guy. Yeah, that's right. Play out a BT... Is it 18, 17 Koichi?
Yeah, BT8. Or BT18, yeah.
Okay. And...
So at this point, at least now I can reduce costs. I can play like an Abbadmon for 2. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna do things because I'm at very low security now.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of aggressions come through.
I mean, I think at this point,
a lot of work.
At this point, you just have to choke to 1, right? Or choke as best you can.
Yeah, yeah, that's my idea.
Mainly because Mitchell has, what, 2 cards left in deck? And even if you were to Evo on top of a hybrid, right, that wouldn't go for game and he would deck himself out. So he basically is just going to pass turn at that point. And yeah, you just go Abbadmon there and then call it a day.
Choke to 1 as best I can. I just have to try and limit memory as much as I can. Because at least I know like it's going to take 3 swings for him to game me.
No, Jack.
And so my goal at this point was just, I just need to try and whittle him down to deck him out, because that was my only real win con realistically at this point in the game.
Mitchell's got hybrids on the other side that folks don't see. Oh
yeah.
No,
and Mitchell keeps his hybrids and the tamers separate from the rest of his trash, so that's why you don't see them coming directly out of trash. He's just reaching, they're there, he's just reaching for them from a different spot. Yeah, so we will go Dusk into Velgar. Mill top 2.
You redirect though, that saves the check, correct?
Yeah, the 1 check.
Oh, but he could.
I grab a card back. So I'm just looking at what I want to grab back, because it could matter.
It could matter. He could arrest her potentially off of that level 4 that lived, right? And go for game.
Yeah. Yep. Which I think is exactly what he does. I believe. Yeah. So he swings here, and then I think he uses the he uses
the rivals to pick up the arrestor again, Evo into it.
And then just Evos and goes for game. Yeah. So Mitchell navigating himself out of deck out is really good. I did my best to hold the line. I held on so long.
I was about to say that was a great game 1. I mean, a lot of back and forth between you two, which was great to see. It's great to see.
A lot of back and forth, bringing ourselves both nearly to deck out. And I mean, it just goes to show like Mitchell just had a constant revolving door of aggression, no matter what I was doing, and I was still able to hold that long. Like that just goes to show how defensive Abado is.
Yeah.
Like it is a hard deck to break through. It can be very, very difficult if you don't have something that ignores redirects.
Yeah.
Or has like an obscene amount of board control when swinging.
Or like just straight immunity, right?
Well, the redirects affect the attack process, I believe. Like I think even Digimon affect immunity.
Sure. Okay.
You're not like affecting the Digimon, you're affecting the attack. If I remember correctly, I think that was the old ruling for it, but maybe I'm wrong.
All right, so Mitchell's got a pretty solid start, being able to just set up a Psych, which is really annoying for you. And then a Koichi, and debating just hard dropping an Uko, which honestly might not be a bad call. Yeah.
Yep.
Unless you have an Abbadmon to deal with the Uko, that Uko is free cycle next turn.
Yep. I do go ahead, just kind of start getting some bodies on board. Pitch 1, draw 2.
And there it is.
I do have some pretty cool plays here. So I go into an Abbadmon. I'm able to swing, collision will hit that. And then I'm able to go ahead and go into another one.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
Not bad.
It's pretty solid.
Okay, and then Siyako here. It is a little tough because that Psych is probably going to die. Pitch a Nidhogg.
Yeah, this honestly kind of ends up working out for me in a weird way, because me having these 2 Abbadmon on board, I'm able to just constantly control anything he hard drops, which is really solid for me. It's really, really good.
And when you talk about defense, right? I mean, this is tough. I mean, you Laplace choke to 1. You've got 3 bodies that are going to be pushing aggression next turn. Mitchell has to burn a calling early, which is tough. Picking up those 2 rookies.
Yep.
His hand is looking just a little gummed up here.
There's another good thing for me as well. I'm just like, okay, cool. The calling's out of the way. That's one thing gone.
And we play out a Koichi for 4. Yeah, that's a tough brick. I mean, we look at Mitchell's hand. It's like a Nidhogg, Gallant, Jack Raid.
Yeah, he wasn't seeing Duskmons, which was good. But I think even if he had seen them, I don't think there's much he could have done.
No.
I have consistently choked him to 1 every turn so far.
Well, and now you also have a giant wall of just like things that just redirect, right? Which
I finally am able to actually play things that aren't a Digimon for the turn, which is really nice. Debating what I want to grab here. I think I do grab the Abbadomon. I was just debating on the rare. I'm checking what's in my trash. I do grab the Abado. Rest go to trash.
Go rare and choke to 1 once again.
Yep. And I'm just like, okay, you know what? Like, if he has a means of pitching something, like, cool. If he doesn't, that's fine.
Just
like,
debating if he wants to do it. Yeah,
wall.
we'll do it. We'll
No
go ahead
checks are getting
swing with
through here.
Siako. Choose a redirect. Demi-Mara effect will draw 1, pitch in a Nidhogg, gain another memory. And then Siako effect will resolve 2.
Drawing trash 1, pitches another Koichi.
Go Boko just to unbrick, hopefully. 2 targets. We lose out on the Arresters and the Uko.
Yep, still no Dusk.
And then where do we go from here?
He's thinking about dropping the Psychmon, but realistically, I'm not reducing.
Yeah, I think realistically we can just do Koichi here.
Yeah.
Draw 1 and pitch a Belger, it looks like. Okay, I mean, you've got quite the wall there set up.
Yeah, I was thinking another thing too is I also haven't been chipping security because I didn't want to give him too many resources to gain memory. I wanted to kind of keep this advantage of being able to keep him at 1.
Sure. So
I swing collision. We'll hit the Boko. I'm debating what I want to do here. I do go ahead and swing 1 check. Do hit a Gabu. I'm like, okay. I'm like, now I'm threatening lethal next turn potentially.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and go into Abado here. Abado will let me play out a core from hand or trash. I now I have 1 in trash. I play 1 out. I have to, I have this massive board type, and then just evil for 1 again.
I mean, you've done also just a really, really good job of choking Mitchell to 1 as well.
Yeah.
Like, that's just tough for hybrids to really do much at 1 memory.
Yeah.
And yeah,
So
I mean...
I figure this way I'm threatening lethal pretty effectively.
Yeah.
I opted not to tuck anything off of Abado this turn. It is a you may. You don't have to do it. I just chose not to because I didn't want to. I wanted to make sure I had resources for my core in the back to utilize.
Right.
Does just Death Slinger my 1 Abbadmon. I can undeletion and grab something back. Just grab another scatter mode back. I think I was low on him. No, I just grab Abbadmon back. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I wanted to make sure I could cycle the 1 cost Evo just to be safe. Yeah. Do push
4
up.
moves up. Nothing to pop on his movement, but we can go ahead and tuck all the Negamons back to the
Well, that's only during opponent's turn.
Oh.
From breeding area. So yeah, so nothing gets tucked back right now, which is fine. That's a-okay.
Swing. Rivals.
Yep.
Okay.
Swing. I do hit a rivals now, which has to pop highest level, which
Ends
is
up
my
not
Abado, which
mattering,
is
yeah.
Yep, and then I just swing for game there.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
That one definitely went a lot better for me. I think on top of him breaking, I also just saw better pieces. Being able to see the Abbadmons constantly was really good, and then just forcing him to give me more memory for me to work with to get more advantage was effective.
Yeah.
It worked out.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I think this was an amazing showing too, right, of what Abado can do. Very, very good defensive deck. Has a lot of ways to really dictate the tempo of how the game goes, which I think is going to be a really nice breath of fresh air against decks like Sakuya, Megidra that really do their own dictation of how the game is going to go.
Yeah.
And it really says, nope, we're going to play the game at my speed.
Yeah, if you're able to... the good thing, too, against like Megidra and Sakuya as well is being able to keep that that core in the back safe, like ready to push up for like that decisive play is just so valuable.
Speaking of tempo, Mitchell is going burr right now.
Yeah, he did see double Ukos. Was able to choke me to 1.
I think you guys are also getting close on time too, so he's probably just trying to speed it up.
Yeah, we were moving towards turns here. So right now I'm trying to decide what I want to do. I do go ahead and just play another Abbadmon, choke to 1. I'm able to pitch and draw, pitch and draw 2.
Oy. Okay.
Mitchell moves.
I mean, I think that also goes to show not to keep like kind of gassing up Abado, right? But like on the same vein, any other deck like what Mitchell just did, like you're probably looking at like 2 to 3 security left on your opponent's side. You've done a good amount of cycle. You set yourself up for a situation where your opponent's sort of like having to do something, otherwise they're just gonna get rushed down. You're still sitting at 5 security now, 5 security, and now 3 bodies on board. I mean that is huge defense. Yeah.
I go ahead and I'm like, you know what, I need to start trying to chip. I do hit a memory boost, which was like, that was my fear. This is my nightmare. And so I'm trying to decide how I want to pass turn because I know I need to be concerned about that. I do just go ahead and go into another Abbadmon here for 1.
Yeah.
Mitchell will swing. I do redirect.
I think at this point, if you're purple hybrid, your best bet is to just set up trash for all those like promo gallant, rush gallant plays, right? Probably is sort of what I'm thinking. Just watching this match play.
Yeah, I think partially. I do redirect into my other stack.
Yeah.
Which on deletion will let me cycle a card back. Then on deletion will activate to pop himself to pop all my lowest levels. So he pops on my level 4s. So I lose all my guys. But it's okay at this point. I mean, I've gotten the redirects out that I needed.
And you have your trash set up pretty well too. Ooh.
Yeah, I've gotten all that stuff. He does drop a psych though, which that's tough.
That's pretty good.
That's very hard. So at this point, I'm trying to decide what I want to do or how I can do anything.
Yeah, these are some good games. Very good games.
Yeah, they're very solid. Yeah, I think I just drop
an analog
back.
Pass turn and give Mitchell turn. Because I'm assuming here you probably aren't. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say you probably aren't swinging psych, but
I don't have a Sunbird in there. I'm just checking to make sure I don't.
Jack Raid, gain a memory. I'm assuming Evo. Oh. Ooh, you could go rush Gil for 1, play out Louis maybe.
Yeah, he's deciding, but I think this is his final turn. So he's trying to see if he has something he can do. Yeah, I believe so. I think this was turn 3.
Gotcha. Yeah, you would Louis here, promote, suspend, choke to 1, but then ends in a draw.
Yeah, it just ends in a draw. But it was good. It was good games. The second one was definitely a problem. I honestly, I'll be honest, I don't think I felt confident moving any further into that game past that point. With the Cyclone being on board, I would have had to have just hard dropped something just to like get something played out and then pray I could deal with it.
Right.
I mean, it is what it is. You know, it's how these things go. I think I was actually gonna just like my other thought, like if the game was gonna go longer, was just catch the Negamon, drop an Icemon, let it die, and then just next turn just hard drop a bottle for 11. That was my plan.
Sure.
That was all I had.
No, yeah, but I mean, super enjoyable matches. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hit us up on our socials and hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And hopefully we catch you on that next video. Bye-bye.